Chaps. Season 2, here we go. Oh, I've had a fantastic break. Well, I'd say it's fantastic. It's been exhausting, actually. I sort of need another break, to be honest. But, God, so much has happened. And I just don't know where to start, really. Bit of a misty day today. Bit of a misty start to Season 2. But I hear it's going to be an absolutely cracking day later on. But I've got so much to tell you, and I'm not going to throw everything at you at once, but we've got some new chaps here, some familiar chaps, upper forecourt. Lovely little Partex came in the other day at the weekend. But how are you all? Let me know how you are. It's been a long time, and things are ticking along absolutely fine here in Devon. Lower forecourt, remember that? Lower forecourt, bloody Jeep still there, but we've got a fantastic plan for that, and I'll tell you about that shortly. But no, that lower forecourt's nice and full, and as is the upper one. So what has been happening? Well, we've bought lots of cars, and we've sold quite a few cars as well, but in the last couple of weeks it's been bloody quiet. Mind you, we've had the sorry, I'm shaking my camera like that because I attacked the garden with a strimmer at the weekend, and for some reason it gives my hands a bit of the shakes, but I don't know, that'll bite me in the arse later in life probably. So yeah, we've bought lots of cars, and we seem to have bought lots of cars that require cam belts, so we spent a fortune on getting all the cars ready. Now, all the cars you just saw out there are all mechanically sound as a pound. So when they come in, we've now got, as I mentioned back in Season 1, we have a couple of guys that come in. As soon as we buy the cars, they come in, they take them off, they do the necessary bits and bobs to them, then they come back, they're mechanically sound. We then valet the crap out of them and then photograph them in an absolute hurry and get the images all wrong and then get them up for sale. That's how it kind of goes. So you can see where we need to improve things there slightly. Because for some reason, getting the images, you think, oh, I've got to get it up for sale. I've got to get up for sale now. And then you take them out and you go, right, plonk it there, take the pictures, and then it's rushed. And I'd really like to do a video walk round of all of them, but I must brush up on my photography skills there, because I do like my photography, but I tend to do it in a bit of a rushed way at the moment. Anyway, so what's happening? Well, we have some pretty exciting things happening very shortly. We are going to trade events. So one part of the whole business was to try and get as many locals knowing about us as possible. You know, the more people in the area that can know about us, the better it will be for the business. Sell cars locally makes warranty issues very nice and easy, because we can get them into our local garages and what have you. They'll come back for more cars because they're just down the road. So it makes you think whether, advertising further afield on the big platforms, won't mention who they are yet, is actually the best thing to do. But we're going to hit the locals pretty bloody hard, and we're going to do it spectacularly. So we are we're signing up or giving the go ahead for the Devon County Show, where we're going to hopefully take about 8 cars there. There's something going to be going here. So it's a bloody mess. There's something going to be going here this week. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, because it's pretty bloody brilliant. And that is coming to the shows with us to pull people in to the stand, and there's going to be lots of fun and games. That's going to be that's really going to help, we think, pull people in, have some fun, It gives us a chance to get to know people, but I'll show you that later on, but horribly excited. More boards here and all that sort of stuff, so TV screens for slideshows and tents and marquees and flags and cars and cheerleaders and all that sort of stuff. I don't know, but so we got to organise that, so we decided to do it pretty last minute, and that is in 3 weeks time, so we've got to get all the branding together and all that sort of stuff. So in the meantime, sell some bloody cars as well. Well, Michelle's been on holiday. She went to Sicily, and I haven't been on holiday. I've been here the whole time. But Michelle will be in very shortly, so we'll have a chat with her about what's been going on. But other than that, yeah, looking forward to the next few weeks, showing you all the stuff that we're going to do. And we'll run through the cars bit by bit. I'm not going to throw it all at you now, but yeah, we'll do that shortly. Anyway, laters. Right, let's go and see what we've got in stock now. And oh, hello, Michelle.
Hi.
How you doing?
Thank you.
Look at you, you've been shopping.
Lunch.
Lunch stuff.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What have we got for lunch today?
We've got couscous and tuna and rocket and tomatoes.
Wowzers, my trousers.
Sourdough.
What a lovely start to the week. I was just about to go and show everyone the cars.
Well, I need to take the Jag.
Oh, the
to
Jag has been
the
sold.
garage, yeah.
Jag's got to go. What time's that's got to go in?
9:15.
9:15?
3 minutes time.
Shit the bed. We need to get our skates on. Do you need me to come and pick you up? I'll come and pick you up.
Okay.
Yeah?
Thank you,
All
darling.
right. All right. Shit the bed. We need to go and get the Jag up to the garage. It's having an it's having a oil and filter service, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oil and filter, because the chap is coming to pick it up tomorrow. That's the Jag that's been around for some time, and we've put a new knock sensor in that, and we've spent about 1,500 quid on that car. Michelle?
Yes.
About 1,500 quid.
Yeah. Lovely car.
Yes, it's a beautiful car. Beautiful car. Right, let's go. Have you got the key?
Yeah.
Everything all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Going for a walk with the ducks and the dog.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, let's go. The Jag. Oh, and this is an MG that we've got while I'm here. Absolutely belter of a bodywork on this one. Not quite sure how they're going to sell, but that's a 1.5. Probably horribly underpowered, that sort of thing. But and there's Michelle in the Jag, so we'll get that up. That's the one I pulled coke over. That's all tickety-boo. That's one we just bought from a punter. Arrived with bogies and nail clippings all over it. Absolutely disgusting. That's how some people treat their cars. So the Jag, the MG, really lovely interior on that MG. I'll show you that a bit later. We've got a little Cactus, which is a horrible car, and we've got a Fiat 500X. And I'll show you all those bit later on. Come on, Michelle. Come on. Come on. Off we go. Off we go for an oil filter. So I'm going to go and pick her up in the this BMW 120D. This was a Part X we got at the weekend. Nothing bloody wrong with it as far as I can see. 140,000 miles. The one elderly lady owner said that it was a bit hard getting into gear, but seems absolutely fine as far as I'm concerned. Maybe her wrists were going a bit funny, that sort of thing, but I don't see a problem with it whatsoever. But we'll take, oh, there's a bloody dent in that. How much did we pay for it? 500 quid. And a bit dirty, a bit grubby, but not that dirty and grubby to be honest. Well, Alex, our new valeter, will be able to sort that out. Needs a service. Generally just a bit grubby, 140,000 miles. Goes into gear absolutely fine. Yep, nothing wrong with the clutch. So anyway, brakes are absolutely fine. So looks like a cracking little part exchange. Love a part exchange. Anyway, let's go and get a Michel. And we can crack on with the day. Laters. Yeah. What do you think about this BMW, Michelle?
I think it's fantastic. I love it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why do you like it?
I think she's great to drive.
But you told me it's got a.
solid.
You told me it's got a.
I think she's slightly.
It's difficult to get into gear, but it's
No,
like
no.
it's like butter.
No, gears are absolutely fine. It's just the steering is a little bit heavier than what I'm used to, but in a way I kind of like it.
As I said, but that's quite normal on the BMWs, you see.
Oh well.
What I've found anyway, in my year's worth of motoring experience, or motor trade experience. But it just needs a bloody good clean. That's what I think. Bloody good clean.
Yeah, she's.
And a service.
But I love a car that can be transformed. I think my car's beyond hope. But
Your car?
yeah.
Yeah. What did you hit the other day? A rock or what was it? A pillar or post?
On the moor.
A rock. Drove what? How fast were you going? 60?
30?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, if I'd been going any faster, my tyre would have burst.
But your tyre was like in
A bulge.
shreds.
No, it had a bulge.
Bulge.
Yeah.
Okay. So you then hit a rock. What were you doing? What, were you not concentrating?
I was blinded by the sun.
Of course you were, officer. Had a few to drink?
No! You know me.
Morning, Alex.
That's so bad.
Well, a couple of too many
Ginger ales.
lemon sherbets. Right. Hello, Punch. Right, Michelle.
Yes.
We've got some shit to organise.
Oh my gosh.
I was just telling about the events and all that sort of stuff. We've got marquees to order, a generator to look at,
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. I should get all my coats back on our apparel today.
You've looked at clothing
Yeah.
and not consulted me on the clothing.
Darling, hats.
Hats?
Caps.
I've got loads of caps for the punters. Available for sale very soon.
No, gilet for you.
Whoa. Don't you just go ordering me bloody gilets.
Well, it is the South Hams uniform. You can't go
Well,
to
hang
the
on.
show without one.
Well, hang on. Darling, gilet is a very important item of clothing for me.
I know.
Although I don't want to have one on today because it's going to be a cracking day. Poncho. But you've got to show me what these gilets are.
Yeah.
Because I'm all of a sudden feel really uncomfortable. You're ordering me clothes.
I'm not ordering you clothes. Well, I mean, you're going to wear them.
Well, else?
But
What-
it's not like...
Well, all in a quiver. Okay, let's have a look at them and then we'll...
They're just going to be green with that little brown bit down by the zip and then...
But
family
hang on,
car guide.
it's summer. I don't think I want a green one.
Oh.
I want summer colours.
Well, what colours are they?
Well, not green and brown. I don't want to be looking like a farmer when we've got a shit hot stand.
What do you want to look like?
Very good question.
At an agricultural show.
I want to look like a car dealer.
Okay. So what sheepskin line show?
I want to look like a cool, funky, modern car dealer.
Okay.
So I better get to work. I need to find some stuff.
What are you gonna? I'm dressed up as a chicken.
All right, well, if you're going to dress me, I'm going to bloody dress you.
Yes, go on then.
Okay, you're on. Well, this will be fun. Laters. Right, I'm in Exeter. Now, the reason why I'm in Exeter is I think we went through pretty much a whole year of not having one warranty claim. Now, and then we sold that BMW, I can't remember anyway, the nice grey one, the Sport X1 thing. And when the chap got it, he said, Sam, it's going into park, but the thing's not recognising it's going into park. So it's telling me that the car's about to roll away. And I went, well, we'll sort it out. And so I said, well, we'll get it booked into a BMW specialist. Don't know why I said that, but I did. We'll get it into a BMW specialist and get them to have a look at it, and they did. And they said the whole gear shift selector needed replacing. It's like, bloody hell, really? Because they did some research, and apparently there's a little spring that can go. And he went, yeah, I'm afraid, Mr. Watts, your whole selector needs redoing. 700 quid. And I went, what? So anyway, that's being fitted. So that's frustrating, but I have a feeling I've had my pants pulled down. And I didn't go to a main dealer. I'm getting horribly lost now. I'm in Exeter. I'm in a city, and I don't really get on well with cities. Anyway, so I didn't go main dealer. I went for I went to go to sort of like a more independent specialist, thinking that they would won't charge sort of main dealer diagnostic charges. Well, that wasn't true. Sorry, I should put my testicle on. Probably a bit windy. Anyway, so I'm waffling. End of the story was I may as well have hired about 5 lawyers to come and do the diagnostics and change the gear selector, because it's costing a bloody fortune. So while that's being done, I'm going to go and take myself away for a couple of hours on a lovely sunny day like today, and just see where the day takes me. But I'll update you a bit later on. Hopefully it'll all be fixed, it'll be absolutely fine, and the customer's happy, and we've picked the car up and we've taken it down ourselves, and so he's no inconvenience to him whatsoever. That's service for you. Anyway, so I'm just wandering around Exeter now, trying to find somewhere to sit down quietly, by a river perhaps. Yeah. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Bye. Right, back from Exeter. What a bloody wasted day that was. Well, it wasn't wasted because the car got fixed, but it's now, what's it say on my phone? 6:30. I've been out since 11:30. But anyway, did I find a lovely little spot by the river? Did I? Bollocks. No, I didn't. So I found a complete dive where I had a panini and some light refreshments, which at least was okay. So I'm back home now. It's a lovely evening. Look at that lovely blue sky. It's pure barbecue weather. So I think the cook-offs this season could possibly, majority of them, be in the garden, because I do like a barbecue, you know. So so that's the plan. Not tonight though. Not tonight. Start the week nice and gentle, nice and gently, slowly. But yeah, bit of a funny day for day one, but we'll get there. Tomorrow, lots of organising. Michelle's coming round, and we're having a working supper tonight because we've got lots to figure out, lots of things to plan, lots of things to design, leaflets and all that sort of stuff for the shows. Anyway, we'll see you chaps tomorrow. Laters. Well, morning all. Tuesday morning. Got quite a busy day today again. So, well, again, yesterday wasn't particularly busy, but just frustrating. But we've got the Jag handover this morning. So that's going to come down, get into position, get the wheels nice and looking fantastic and all that sort of stuff. Now, Michelle has given me a list of things. So I said to her that we need to go around the cars because I'm not happy with a few bits and bobs. Some don't look very good on the website. The images aren't great and all that sort of stuff because getting them prepped, rush to get them photographed, and they just need tidying up a bit. So she said the Mazda, the Freelander, the black disco, the white disco, and then redo exterior of the Cactus, the grey EcoSport, the Fiat, the Grand Am, the Tucson. We do have a Tucson, by the way, and an MG interior. It's basically a whole bloody fleet, really, isn't it? Mind you, I have taken a lot of these pictures, but I haven't put them up yet. I took them the other day. So I'm just going to go through this list a bit more detail, see what I do and don't have to do. Anyway, I believe Michelle's gone to go and get some Sikaflex this morning, but what a cracking day again in Devon. Absolutely beautiful. It's nice actually being the first one here, so open everything up, get everything ready. But no, it's going to be a busy day today. You'll see why later. Well, afternoon, chaps. It's Tuesday afternoon, school pickup time, and I had a fantastically exciting delivery this afternoon for that little thing that's going to go in the office. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I'll show you when I've put it all together. And I think there's a few other bits and bobs to arrive over the next couple of days, so hopefully for the end of this week. But I'm going to have a working supper at the office with a bottle of beer, starting to put it all together. You can probably guess what it is, actually, because I've mentioned it before previously in season 1. But no, really exciting and can't wait. So anyway, school pickup, drop them back home, and then back to the office. So I might see you there a bit later with a bottle of beer. Laters. Oh, well, I'm back at the office and got myself a beer. Of course I have. Absolute mess at the moment. Look at all that. I mean, it's horribly exciting, but lots to do. Lots to do. It's going to be a long night. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to get the whole thing together, but what a cracking evening. Look at that. The forecourt's there, the pheasants are chirping, and the beer's going down well. What a lovely start to the week. I think Michelle's going to come and join me. I think she's making a frittata or something like that. So, and then she's going to get on with some event stuff, getting some marquees, little gazebo things sorted out. But I haven't actually walked you through any of the cars yet, the new stock. And guess what we've got? A Tucson! Absolutely, the Tucson is back, which is fantastic to have one of those back again. The last one we had actually sold really well. We made lots of inquiries on it and went out the door. Not had a problem with it since, which is great. This poor little thing, look, it's been shat on and everything. It was absolutely mint the other day. And that bloody tree. I didn't chop it down, but I should have bloody chopped it down. But we've got to find a way of rehoming these cars or putting them somewhere else, not underneath that bloody tree. These chaps here are absolutely fine, apart from this one. It's got a bit of a gunk on it, but when people come, we'll just jet wash it off. But that Fiat 500, I mean, we bought that. I thought, oh, we got a little Fiat 500, didn't we? But I didn't realise it was the Fiat 500X, which is actually the bigger, bulkier, sort of chunkier Fiat 500. I mean, I know absolutely nothing about these cars. It's an automatic but it's a bit of a sluggish automatic, which is a bit frustrating. And apparently that's what they're like. You might think I'm completely nuts buying cars I haven't a clue about, but let's face it, I started this thing not having a clue about anything. So, but you start learning about things, and you'll never learn if you don't jump in and bite the bullet and figure things out for yourself. So that's what I've done with that's what we've done with the Fiat 500, I won't go through all the cars, but we've got a few others which I'll tell you about. But the Fiat 500, lovely car, immaculate bodywork. It's all done and dusted. Mechanicals all fine, all ready to go. MOT'd, serviced, like all the other cars, all mechanically sound and ready to go. So the last few weeks, when I took the break, we had a bit of a buying spree. So and then it's hell's bells loose, getting everything sorted out and mechanically fine. So that takes a few weeks actually. In the meantime, we've been selling stuff. So I think we've sold roughly about 3-4 consistently every week, and then the last couple of weeks we've sold bugger all. Well, we've sold a few, but not up to those numbers. But I understand it might start to pick back up again. Right, chaps, I need to crack on. It's going to be a late night. Put some music on, get the old Sonos going, and get building. And I can't wait to show you. Anyway, laters. Well, morning all. Wednesday morning. Just got into the office after a bit of a late one last night. At the office until about 11 o'clock last night, and the place is still an absolute bombshell. It's like we've been bloody burgled, but made some progress last night. It's all over there. I'm not going to show you just yet, but I've got another day of putting stuff together, and more stuff's arriving. So it's been very quiet with the cars recently. So I'm sort of thankful that there's this sort of bit of a lull, but also a bit concerned about the lack of inquiries coming in. But I know the kids have all just gone back to school, so hopefully they'll all be flooding in soon, because we've got some amazing cars. There's a few things I do need to work on first before I get tucked back into this, as work does come first. Mind you, this is work in a way. So we got the Tucson over there, which is under the shitting tree, which is being valeted today. That's why it's under the shitting tree. It doesn't matter if it's under the shitting tree, to be honest. So the Tucson, and then when the Tucson is done, that is the whole fleet valeted, other than just a little bit of a jet wash off when customers come and viewed. Valet, all 16 cars, valeted and mechanically sound. Now some of you probably go, you're freaking nuts getting them all mechanically sound, because what if you don't sell them? And that is a problem. If you don't sell them, then you spent the money on them and then you have to move them on. But we've only had to move one car on so far. But anyway, let me take you up to the upper forecourt. How lovely it is today. Look at another cracking day. Oh, right, I'll walk you through this one here. This disco is the one that we bought on the... remember I did the... what's that? Oh, cripes, that's Michelle. Right up at the top of the field up there. You won't be able to see her, but she's miles away. The disco we bought at the auction, and got it at a fantastic price. I think £1,000 less than I was prepared to pay for it. And it had a engine noise was excessively noisy. Well, when it arrived, it wasn't excessively noisy. It just needed a pulley adjustment, and that sorted any kind of whine out. And then the rear, it wasn't in four-wheel drive, so it was only in two-wheel drive. So the Heldex pump got replaced. Check me out. That was all. The pump was all full of gunge and goo and all that sort of stuff. So we got that changed, and now that is perfect. Absolutely tickety-boo. The exhausts are all pretty clean, which is a good sign. It's all regenning fine, so nothing wrong with the DPF yet. And we pimped this up as well. So we put the side steps and the roof things on. I don't know. We thought we'd try that for the first, for a couple of cars and see if it makes them look sexier and cooler, and people just can't wait to get their hands on it. But anyway, so that's now up for sale, as is the black one. So there's sort of a head-to-head on those two at the moment. See how they get on. But that's the white Disco. It's about 70,000 miles, so prime mileage for a DPF issue. So we'll see how that goes. But another cracking day. But I'm going to spend most of it in the office today. And I think we do have a viewing on a car. I can't remember which one it is, but I need to look it up, whether it's today or tomorrow. But anyway, I'll keep you updated along the way. Right, ladies. Well, good evening, chaps. Wednesday evening. And today has been a very productive day. For a start, we sold a bloody car, which is brilliant. This is a Mazda 6, something like that. Anyway, that came in as part exchange probably about 3 weeks ago. The people that bought the Karoq, and there was a horrible fault with that, which he thought, and we got an auto electrician in to sort it out. It was the loop something, went loop-de-loo or something like that. Great car. I mean, done 97,000 miles, something like that. Bodywork's great condition. Engine works fine. It came with about 1 or 2 services. We dug around, got almost a full service history on it, and sold it today. I think I put that was one of the cars I did the images for yesterday. So goes to bloody show, get the images on, and they buggers get sold, which is brilliant. Well, Michelle did the test drive on that one, so hats off to her. Anyway, while she's been doing that and being an absolute Trojan as usual, I've been in the office building this thing, and I think it's about time I show you what it is, because it's not quite there, but you'll get the gist of it. Now, when we put this office together, I think I said, well, what shall we have in the corner over there, And people were saying, well, get something for the kids to play on, and why don't you do something your customers can do, get involved with, like a game, a PlayStation or something like that? And my ears pricked up and went, PlayStation? That's brilliant. Some kind of racing simulator sort of thing. Anyway, so here it is. Look at that bastard, eh? What a cracker. Now this is not just any ordinary simulator. This is something else. So our plan with this, it's going to be in here. We're going to have a customer leaderboard there. So whenever a customer says, "What, Sam, anything you can do on the price?" I'll say, "Bloody right there is. How do you fancy your chances at getting the fastest lap?" So, and you'll go, "Well, mate, yeah, all right, I'll have a go, I'll have a crack at that. I'm pretty useful on the road, mate." So there's going to be a customer leaderboard there. So after the year, at the end of the year, whoever's the fastest customer get 500 quid off his car, something like that. So, so I'm not going to, can you knock 100 quid off? No, have a rack at that. So that's what's going to happen with that. We're also going to take that to the shows, pull the punters in. We've got surround sound and everything. I haven't finished setting it up yet, but it's got a pretty cool, like Formula One GT style steering wheel. It's got all the haptics, it's got all vibrates, and it's, bells and whistles. And it's gone on a SimLab rig. I mean, it's quite a meaty bit of gear, don't you think? So the PC that runs it, I specified all the bits and bobs I wanted for it. That's just arrived. That's in that box there. So now the guts of it, and I've been playing Meccano for the last 2 days. Last night was an 11 o'clock finish, and today's pint time. It's about 7:30, so I'm going to knock it on the head. But I've got the main thing sorted out. But isn't that bloody exciting, eh? Look at that cracker. So, you know, chaps, if you want to sell a car, bring it down. We'll probably do one for all you chaps that sell us a car as well. And speaking of selling a car, we've got a new website that's just launching now, but I'll tell you about that in the next couple of days. Basically a place you can get us to value the car and we'll buy it from you and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, that's for another day. We've also got our own website coming up where you can buy all this stuff and merch and all sorts of lovely things and loads more stuff. That's coming soon. So let's slow down, Sam. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But what a cracking addition to the dealership. You know, funk this little mother up. Isn't that brilliant? So, God, I just feel like a little boy now, really. My kids haven't seen this yet. They're going to absolutely go whoop-de-loo. Anyway, got to get the screens all set up, properly set up. So that's going to take a few days. Anyway, that's what I've been doing for the last couple of days. And the office is a right bloody mess. Boxes everywhere. We've already done a dump run. But anyway, car sold today and a simulator built. What a cracking day. That's 2 cars sold this week, actually. And we're only on Wednesday, so let's try and get another couple in the bag and get some bloody customers up on that leaderboard. That's the main thing. Anyway, chaps, I'm going to go for a pint. It's a beautiful evening, and I think I've earned it today. And Michelle's been a Trojan. She's off riding or something like that. And we'll see you chaps tomorrow. Laters. Morning, or no morning, bollocks, afternoon. Look at that, lovely cracking day again. Beautiful sky. Grandland down in the viewing area because we've got a bloody viewing on that car today. That Grandland, again, bought, stats were absolutely fine. Brilliant car around here, great margin, got it, 14,000 miles. Wet belt was pretty much on its last legs. 14,000 miles. So we checked the wet belt over and saw it was just all frayed and a load of crap on the bottom of the reservoir area. So we swapped it out, changed it. Good job we picked that up, because the mechanic said it probably wouldn't last getting to the MOT centre where we MOT'd it, where we then had to put 4 new tyres on it. Wet belt, 4 new tyres and what, so we spent a pretty penny on that car. Margin now, net margin on that is about £1,000, so mind you, it's a Grandland, isn't it? So hey ho. What else? Upper forecourt's looking a bit bare at the moment. Oh, the Tucson's all been valeted, so Alex has made that look $1 million. Look at that, what a wonderful car that is. Fantastic to have a Tucson. And so I've got to go off and buy some cables, more cables, because on the sim I need some power banks, separate power banks, one separate for the PC and one that's going to run the screens and all that sort of stuff. So if we end up having surges or something like that, I don't know, you're meant to keep them separate apparently. So that's what I'm going to do. But we've repositioned the sim over in that corner. It's pretty much almost there. Installed the gear shift there. That's just for the, you know, the rally simulators. What else? Put the speakers in. Got the Logitechs down there. Put the keyboard tray in. What else? Still yet to put the steering wheel bit in, but that's the steering wheel. Heavy bit of kit actually. So I'm missing 4 bolts to put the steering mount in. which is bloody heavy, so I might see if I can go and find some of those in town, get some power packs, replace this cable because that's snapped. Oh, it's bollocks you've got to go through when you're setting gear up like that. And what are you up to, Michelle?
Just bought a first aid kit.
First aid kit?
Got the bleeding car cleaner.
Do you know what? I didn't need a first aid kit when putting all this stuff together because I've now got a proper toolkit.
Oh, well done.
Thank you.
We're also buying car mats, a marquee, coconut matting,
Yeah.
and
Flags.
I'm tweaking the flags.
Tweaking the flags. All right, superb. Well, busy day all round, really. So, right, I'm into town, going into town, and very quiet on the car side, isn't it?
Well, we did sell one yesterday, and someone's coming to view the Gramland.
All right. Seems quiet, but
And quick question:
yeah.
what does everyone use to display the price of their cars in their car windows?
What does everyone use to display the car's price?
Mm.
What, they use the flappy down things you fit in the sun visors, don't they?
Yeah.
Or we can get the black, the marker pen and go, only 999999.
All right then.
And we're right on the windscreen. Big cock and balls as well. Something like that. Get their attention.
Okay.
Yeah? Big fluorescent writing.
Yeah.
9999999, cock and balls.
Yeah. And then my mum and dad will show up at the show.
What a fantastic offer that is. Right, I'm going to town. Order them pens and we'll write on the screen. We can write everything then, can't we?
What else?
9999999, cock and balls, full service history, suit
sense
you
of
madam,
humour.
all that sort of stuff. What a cracking car this is. Smiley face.
Exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark. Yeah. All right.
FSH, GSH.
FSHGH. Well,
Full service history, good sense of humour.
all right. Okay, if you want.
That's just you, darling.
Thanks. Right, yeah, order them pens. Seriously, I reckon we should write on the screens.
Okay.
9999999, cock and balls.
Cock and balls on each side.
Yeah, that's it. Right. Sorry, nutty conversations we're having. Right, okay, catch you later, chaps. Laters. Evening, chaps. Thursday evening, and what a wonderful day it's been. It's been absolutely fantastic. We've been fettling around with cars, getting them cleaned. We have packages arriving left, right and centre, and I've been getting this little mother fired up. So everything's all sorted here. We're downloading all the simulator games and all that sort of stuff at the moment, so I'm going to leave that all overnight. Picked up the kids, took them home, popped in for a shaky hand shandy, came back, sorted this out, and I'm off home because Michelle has gone and bought fish and chips tonight, so thankfully I'm not having supper in the office again this evening. But what happened with the Grandland? Grandland is now postponed until tomorrow, so that test drive is going to happen tomorrow. Any other inquiries? Not bloody much, to be honest. Not bloody much. Spending all this bloody money on advertising and the phone's not really ringing. Not enough, anyway. We should be getting inquiries, lots of inquiries every single day. But we're going to put a stop to that because when we go off, hit the road, what's on court on road and family cargo, we're going to hit the county by storm and get the locals knowing about us. That's the plan with all these shows and stuff, and that's where this little puppy is going to come in really nicely. Hopefully, pull the mothers in. Anyway, do some car stuff tomorrow. We've done enough sim stuff already this week, and I've got to show you around a few more cars because there's some problematic ones and some absolute belters out there. So we'll have a bit of a car morning, and then the videos are going to filming between Monday and Friday because I'm determined to have Saturday and Sunday off because beforehand I was filming on the Saturday, but we'll see how it goes. So they'll be slightly shorter, but we'll see. Anyway, right, fish and chips inbound. and I'm leaving the office outbound. So I'll catch you chaps laters. Bye. Morning, chaps. Friday morning. Now it's such a fantastic week weather-wise. I decided to get the old sticks out. So I don't know if that's going to be the case for the rest of the summer now. We'll see, but optimistic. Right, what's happening this morning? More sim stuff. I was in last night downloading all the games and stuff. Mr. Alex is here. Morning, Alex. Morning, morning. I didn't expect to see you this morning. Didn't expect to see you this morning.
Yeah, I spoke to Michelle. I was just changing plans. I could come in for a bit.
Lovely, lovely, jubbly. So Alex is in. I think probably going to get the Mazda ready for the handover today, and also hit another couple of cars. I don't think Michelle's in this morning. Oh yes, she is. Hang on. Morning, Michelle. What a kerfuffle. Oh, Poncho, how are you this morning?
I'm absolutely fine since I saw you 3 minutes ago.
30 seconds ago. Yeah. Hello, Ponch. There's our Poncho. What's our plan for today then?
Look, we've got a fire extinguisher and a fire blanket.
Right, so we're not going to burn to death.
No?
Lovely.
I'm going to go dump cardboard and buy flowers.
Flowers for the Mazda people.
Yes.
Beautiful. And we're going to go to Raven's Claw.
Yes, we are.
Raven's Claw are the people that do all the clothing, the branded clothing and everything.
Yeah.
So for Family Car Guy and What's on Court. Caps, t-shirts, gilets, all the stuff. Cat seats for you. Because remember, Michelle is dressing me, so I'm going to dress her in a cat seat that says "Beat me" for the simulator at the show. Beat me, and with your fastest lap time.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. This should all be up and running now. If I press a button, all go pling. All being well, and then we've got the Grandland is being bless you. The Grandland is being test driven today at some point.
Right.
But I put a stink bomb in that because someone's been smoking a bifter in that car.
A bifter? What's a bifter?
Well, it's a cigarette that shouldn't really be a cigarette, but you know it smells of smoke and tobacco in there. What, a bifter?
Yeah.
It's gear, isn't it, mate?
What's gear?
You know, a doobie.
What's a doobie?
A splifter.
Right. A bifter or
You know.
a doobie?
A bifter, doobie, a Scooby What's It, all that sort of stuff. Clearly, you never lived as a child, did you?
No.
No?
I had a very sheltered upbringing.
No, at boarding school we did it all the time. After we got Roger senseless, obviously. But anyway, so yes, I put a stink bomb in it. You know, the aircon bomb. So it smells of lemon now instead of the bifter. So so that's absolutely fine. And we've got a Freelander to get up for sale, and we've got the Tucson to photograph. And also, Michelle, we need to sort our insurance out because that renews on the 7th, and I think our insurance has doubled. Double it. I mean, we've been such good punters. We haven't claimed a thing. Okay, granted, we've got a few more cars than the 2 we had when we started. So, but they've doubled it. So I'm going to have words. We're going to have words with them today or Monday, because we need to have all this. I don't think they insure simulator gear events, so we'll have to have this insured, although it's insured under our thing here. But anyway, I'll find out what happens. Cripes alive, door card.
Yeah. I bought half a car, and that's part of it.
And we've got seats as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
That's for the Eco Sport, the bogey Eco Sport, the bogey toenail Eco
You
Sport.
see that bit there?
Yeah.
So a pit bull terrier puppy chewed that on the original car and chewed the back of the seats. So we've bought new back of the seats, special design with like a
Am I right in saying £84?
80.
80. Well done.
It was up for 100 and I offered 80.
Well done.
And this was 40.
And that was 40.
Yeah.
So if my maths is correct, that's £120 spent on seats and dog-free, chew-free car.
Here's the thing. See that?
Yeah.
Leather.
Yeah.
Well, the other car is upholstered. The other door is upholstered. But you'd only know if you're like the most eagle-eyed, tactile person in the world.
Mm. Well, we'll probably get the most eagle-eyed, tactile customer coming to view it, won't we?
Yeah.
Oh, luck. So, okay, so we're going to fit that today. Or Alex might fit it today if he's Alex. Alex is not only a valeter, he's also a bit of a whiz at fixing shit like that, isn't he? He's great to have. He's not on board full time. He's here, he's self-employed and stuff, but he's pretty much here all the time, isn't he?
He does rails and running boards.
But he charges piece rate for stuff, so we know exactly what we're paying for things.
Does anyone want any broken running boards?
No, no one was going to want broken running boards. Right, we must get on. I must get on with this, and we'll probably see you a bit later on. Laters. Well, Michelle and I have just been to the clothing store to go and get the branded clothing for the show and everything, and what's on court. And God, it was painful, wasn't it?
Oh.
The woman there was deaf as a post. She couldn't hear a word what we were saying, and there was just far too much choice.
Now I understand why every time we said we definitely don't want polo shirts, her response would be, "Let me show you some polo shirts."
Yeah.
That was really confusing me for a while.
Definitely don't want them. So she computed that as we definitely want some polo shirts.
I said, "We don't need children's clothing," to which she said, "Now let me show you the children's clothing."
So I think we've walked away with about 20 t-shirts for size 6 months to 3 years old. We did see some really lovely cooking aprons for what's on court, perhaps. We'll see. But if there's anything you fancy, let us know, because we'll include it in the range.
And I want to know what colour ladies wear.
Easy. And what's on court? We're not having lingerie.
No, I'm not talking about that. You can't put your face on ladies' underwear, darling.
Why? Why not? Give me 2 good reasons why not.
It would put men off.
Yeah, probably. What if it said cracker? Literally cracker.
Oh my gosh, the car in front's number plate says Attaboy.
Okay. So
It was all happening, isn't it?
no, we're not doing lingerie, and but no, there'll be a few bits and bobs to come. No, not socks. There'll be a few bits and bobs to come on the What's on Court website, which will be coming soon. But we've got some wonderful family car guy shirts and caps and stuff, which we'll be wearing at the show. They're not for sale. They're just for us. Anyway.
Boy, it looks so cool.
I know we'll look very cool. Of course we'll look cool, because we're cool kids. So we're heading back to... Jesus, Michelle, where are you going?
I'm just going to drop some stuff off at home.
Okay. Anyway, so we're heading back to base. Busy afternoon. Michelle's going off to get some paint. We are still trying to sort this simulator out. And we've got to touch up stuff. And we've got all our test drives now happening tomorrow and handovers tomorrow. So a very quiet week on the car sales so far. Well, mind you, it might be 3.
I had an inquiry on the Fiat.
Inquiry on the Fiat 500X, which has not come to anything yet. So anyway.
You should do a Facebook ad.
Okay. So we'll catch you chaps later on. Laters. Right, seeing as it's a cracking day, I'm going to photograph the Tucson. Now that's all valeted and everything. Upper forecourt. Now behind me, the farmers. I asked him to mow the field, so he's just done that for me. So I thought it's cracking to have a nice lawn in the background. So I'm going to put the car here and photograph that away, sort of thing. I still can't quite find the perfect spot to photograph cars. It's driving me up the wall, really. Remember I had the lake before, back in early days before we were here. But I'm not going to take the car down to the lake. It's because it's about 7 minutes away and it will get dirty. So I'm going to put the Tucson there, which is there at the moment. And it'll look fantastico. Right, better get snapping. Now this Tucson is it's hot. This Tucson is an automatic. And very nice condition inside. Diesel, great car. How many miles? 55,000 miles. Reversing camera. What else? Drive. Just not a huge spec, but a good spec, I think. Sat nav. Yes, no. Yes, sat nav. No, not leather, but you know. Anyway, it's just a standardly specky. Anyway, effing hell am I talking about? It's a Tucson, that's all that matters. So let's get this into position. Let's get snapping. It's a cracking day, isn't it? Absolute belter. I know what I'm going to do later on. It's that sort of day, and it's the end of the week. Well, good afternoon, chaps. Saturday afternoon. Yes, I know I wasn't going to be working today, but the punters are coming in and we are test driving cars. The Tucson got test driven today and we're waiting to hear. We threw everything at him to see if he could sign on the dotted line this afternoon, but we didn't want to be too pushy. Had another car to view, but I know it will be shit in comparison to that, because that's a cracker. What else? Well, it's just a beautiful day. And Michelle and I in the office. So Tucson, we've got the Grandland being test driven later on, but just getting on with other bits and bobs, really. You know, having a lovely time. We went for a nice leisurely breakfast this morning before handing over the Mazda, which happened at 10 o'clock this morning. So that was lovely. So handovers and test drives. I know we weren't planning on working today, but we're having to work today, which is a shame, but hey ho. Simulator is coming on fantastically well. I've pretty much got everything working now. Got the butt kicker and all that sort of stuff to install. Michelle went on it and almost was sick.
I can't do it.
You can't do it.
Can't do it.
You can.
I felt dizzy, nauseous, had to shut my eyes.
It's a bit like driving normally, really.
No, that's all my passengers.
So, but we need to get you used to that
I
because
went at 32 miles an hour.
in a Formula One racing car.
Yeah.
Well, we need to up your speed, don't we?
I know, but I didn't feel good.
Okay. What were you looking at? Shops and stuff, or what was going on? Were you looking at the track? Did you know you were in a racing car, or were you just thinking of driving up Totnes High Street?
Breathing down my shoulder.
With a camera on, watching your time. I hope you don't beat me.
Yeah. Put me in
okay.
that mum's going to beat me.
Okay, all
I'm not
right.
even going to do
All right,
that.
cat seat's on its way. We'll give you a go at the rally car. You like that? Gear shifting and all that sort of stuff.
Give me a go-kart, an actual go-kart.
Well, I don't think we'll do that, sweetie.
Shall I tell you what I'm doing?
Yes, tell us what you're up to.
I'm writing a blog
Right.
for the ladies.
Ladies.
Men are allowed to read it as well.
Okay, what's the blog saying?
It's called Used Car Buying Guide, How to Spot Red Flags and Buy with Confidence.
Cripes alive. James Baggett, watch out. So you're writing blogs, and where's this going?
On the website.
Our website? So you're sort of writing a blog about what to watch out for?
Yeah, checking your MOT advisories, service history, SD cards, locking wheel nuts,
Anything else?
rust, chips in your windscreen,
Chips in your windscreen.
discs and pads,
Discs and pads.
tyre tread.
Oh, so you're going to be
How
like
many miles you get out of 1 mil of tyre tread.
so you're going to be like the godmother of car buying, are you?
I know a thing or two now that I didn't know a year ago.
We're all learning, Michelle.
Yeah.
We're all learning.
I know a thing or two
We're all
more
learning.
than a year ago. So it's
Okay.
I feel like sharing it.
Right, I still know nothing, absolutely nothing. But that's why you're here, darling.
Well, I don't think I'm teaching you anything.
No, you've taught me a thing or two. I won't go there. The right, so we're waiting to hear. We're waiting to hear on the Tucson people, and we just
Fingers crossed.
fingers crossed they're going to come back and buy.
And a lovely puppy.
Lovely puppy. Right, latest chaps. Right, chaps, that is the Grandland sold. Absolutely brilliant. So the chaps came down and drove this around and said, I haven't driven a car like this for years. And I said, well, madam, you better buy the bugger then. So that's exactly what she did. While she's on the test drive, she had a lovely son, lovely chap, autistic chap, that had a go on the simulator. Now, I tell you what, this chap will give Lewis Hamilton for a bloody run for his money, and unbelievably well. I mean, he's never done gaming before in his entire life, but the chap stuck to the track and whipped round, and I think's probably got the fastest lap so far. So hats off to him. So they've nominated him to go on the customer leaderboard to get their 500 quid off the car at the end of the year. Anyway, they absolutely bloody loved it. So it's fantastic to get that sold. As I say, it's all mechanically fine, ready to go. Great car, new wet belt and everything. As I say, we spent a grand on that because it was a Grandland. Anyway, they also looked at the Discovery and really liked that. So they've been asking questions on that, and I don't know why the bloody windows are open. Okay, better close those. So never know, they might get that as well. The Tucson had the test drive. The chap really loved it, but he was going to go and view another Tucson after this. And always ends in tears. And has ended in tears, because the one that he went to go and view had a tow hitch, and it was a year older and a tiny bit cheaper. Hey, can't win them all. But at least it wasn't wasted Saturday coming in and we sold a car. But hang on, God, belly's getting a bit big these days. But Saturday evening now, and I've got a beer, and I'm at the office. It's about 7:30, nearly 8 o'clock, and I'm just tying up some loose ends, sorting this week's video out, and just winding down. Subscriber beer, still got them, haven't got through them yet. So chaps, what a week, can't wait to have some more fun with that. Loads of stuff to do for the events and everything, lots more cars to sell, and we can actually go buy some cars now, buy a few more. Otherwise, we've got nothing to put on the stand. So I hope you've enjoyed this week's first episode of season 1. I mentioned some websites earlier on in the week. I will reveal all maybe next week because there's just a bit of fine tuning to do on a few things. But I'll let you know all about that. But I will bid you farewell, and I hope you have a cracking weekend, bank holiday weekend, and we'll see you soon. Laters.